Hey there everybody, it's Kathy Champion and you're back with me at Kathy's Random Acts of Stamping, and I am so glad that you joined me today. We're going to do a really fun little card. I've been playing around with some different little folds, and I think I've come up with something, kind of a combination of different things that I've seen on Pinterest, and we're going to see how it comes together. But before we start, I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. I want to thank you for taking a little bit of your time to spend time with me. And I also want to let you know that I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, independent demonstrator here in Gastonia, North Carolina. And I want to thank all of my tried and true friends and family that join me here on a regular basis. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, please go down and hit that subscribe button and help me grow my channel, and I would appreciate it so much. Also, if you are interested in Stampin' Up products and you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I would love to help you along your crafting journey. So be in touch with me. I'll have information in the description box below where you can reach out and contact me, or you can go and visit my blog and all my information is there. You can also shop at my online store there, view the catalog, and all kinds of good things. So all of my videos that I put up, I also post them on my blog, so if you've missed anything, you can go over and look at it there and then decide whether you want to follow or whatever. You can also sign up there for my newsletter, so every time that I post on my blog you can be contacted, so that should be fun too. So anyway, without any further ado, this is our host code for the month of January. So if you purchase a $50 order or more and use this host code, you will receive a free gift from me, a token of my appreciation for you shopping with me and choosing me as your demonstrator. Also, I want to announce that I have a giveaway for this month. If you spend $75 in my online store and use that host code, you will be put in a drawing for this stamp and die set. So Much Happy and Happy Dies. And let me show you the dies. I don't want to open that one because it is brand new. But let me show you. I'm going to pull it, and I've got it over here in my... This is your dies. And what a beautiful, look how big the happy word is that this cuts out. And it cuts it out, and we're going to be using this a little bit later. But this is such a versatile die set. It cuts out your balloons, your little string, your little bow. You've got stars, a little birthday banner. Just a really, really cute die set. And it coordinates. It coordinates with this stamp set beautifully. And this stamp set is a cling stamp. I love cling stamps. So this is a retailed value of about $46, and somebody's going to win this for free. So come shop at my store. We got a brand new catalog that just went live yesterday, and it has some beautiful, beautiful things in it that I'm sure that you're going to find something that you absolutely love. So that catalog is also up on my blog if you want to go over and check that out. I would appreciate it. Let me show you a card that I played with yesterday. This is sort of kind of sort of on the design that I want to do, but the one I'm going to do today is going to be a little bit different, maybe with a little bit more folding to it. But I did this one using the new stamp set called Art Gallery. Yes, Art Gallery. And the thank you and the little banner came out of that. I did use the Stitched So Sweetly dies for this. There's a lot of layering that goes on in a card like this, but the layering is what makes this so beautiful. I thought it turned out really, really cute. I love the two-step stamping on these flowers, and I used a textured embossing folder for this right here. You'll excuse my nails. I promise I'm going to do them today, or either just take the polish off. But I'm just one of those people that I think I need to just take it off because I like to spend my time crafting, not primping. So anyway, I decided I was going to do this today. I saw another YouTube video where they did something very similar to this, and they used this Christmas paper that was in the pack. This has been discontinued because the Christmas stuff, some of the Christmas stuff went away. Let me grab that paper pack, and I want to tell you which one it is. Yeah, 'Tis the Season was the one that I chose. And it had some beautiful reds. And here's what we had, some of what I had left. If you notice, you had the silver bells on this side, and you had a greenery that looks very Christmassy on that side. But on the back side, these are beautiful papers that you can use. So don't let your papers go unused because it's a Christmas pack. Look at the other side, and you might be very surprised at what you might find. Let's look at another piece. Here's a candy cane. I'm hoping that this one is going to prove me. Yeah, this is a candy cane that is very Christmassy, but if you turn it over, you got this beautiful green that you could use for any card, and it's not Christmassy. So, you know, look through your papers and try to make the most out of what you have. So that's always a good thing. Alright, I pre-cut all of these pieces, and I'll tell you why, because there's a lot. All of the measurements will show up on the screen as we do the card, and I will also have everything listed in the description as well as on my blog, so there will be no reason why you can't find these measurements. So here we go. I'm going to start with what I think is the bases of the card. So the base of our card, and I'm going to get all my pieces straight here. The base of your card is going to measure 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and you're going to score that at 2 3/4. Now you could take this to a 9 1/2, 9 1/4 inch piece and score it at 5 1/2 and then cut off a piece. But for me, it was just as easy to cut my piece down to, okay, this is 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, scored at 2 3/4. And then we have our mats for the inside and our white piece, and these are standard mats. It's 4 by 5 1/4, and then the red one is going to be 3 3/4 by 5, and that's going to layer in like that. And then we have our layering piece for here. And this piece, your white is going to be 2 1/2 by 4. And your red piece is going to be 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay? Then your top piece that's going to go across here is going to be, the red is going to be 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. And then your white is going to be 4 by, or 2 1/2 by 4. So, and that's going to live on top of here, and then that's going to flop open like that. Then we have the little card that's going to be the secondary card for the inside, and it measures 9 1/4 by 3 1/2. And we're going to have to go into some 8s, and I do apologize, but in order to make this work, we're going to score at 4 5/8. And that's going to give you a beautiful little fold for the inside. Now we're going to need 2 each of these mats. You're going to need 2 white mats that measure 3 1/4 by 4 3/8. And then you're going to need 2 of the red pieces. And I chose a different pattern paper for this. That's 3 by 4 1/8. So then this is going to give you your layering for your front of this. Let's get these apart. There we go. So you're going to have this one that's going to go on the front, and this one that's going to go inside, just like that. And then all of this is going to go down in here. So I know it sounds very intimidating right now, but we're going to do some stamping, and we're going to do some gluing and putting together. And I think for this, I am going to grab my, my liquid glue. I am going to pull out my tape runner, just in case I decide I want to use it. So I've got my Stampin' Seal. So I'm going to leave that right there. I've got my bone folder here. So let's go ahead and get started on what we want to do. Now I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper, and you've seen me use the Darling Donkey. This is a free stamp set with a $50 purchase during the Sale-a-bration. So go ahead and spend $75, get this stamp set for free, get into the drawing for my happy birthday stamp set and dies, and oh my goodness. So like I said, all you have to do is do that, use that host code. You're going to get a free gift from me in February. You're going to get a free stamp set. You're going to get in a drawing for another free stamp set and the dies. So I mean, it's a win-win. I love it. Alright, I'm going to grab my Memento ink, and I'm going to ink up our little donkey. And I'm doing it with the Memento ink because I want to use my Stampin' Blends to color this little guy. I think he is so stinking cute. So there we go. We got him stamped out. He's stamped out really pretty. So I'm going to get my Stampin' Scrub over here, because you know I have to clean my stamps as I go. One of my little idiosyncrasies, we all have them. And I love, love, love my Stampin' Scrub. Alright, we've got our little guy right here. So I am going to pull some Stampin' Blends that I want to color him with. And I'm thinking that I want to do the Gray Granite, the light and the dark. And I also want a light petal pink for some coloring on his ears and his face. And I also want to grab the lightest of my blacks. This is the light basic black. So let's go ahead and start coloring. Now I already have one done. I have this one that I've already done in Fussy Cut, but I wanted to show y'all how to use the Stampin' Blends a little bit. So I'm gonna zoom y'all in just a little bit so you can better see what I'm doing. I think that's good. Now you have two tips on your Stampin' Blends. You have a brush tip and you have a little fine tip. This is great for details. This is great when you just want to get some color down. And make sure I got my light. I do. So all I'm going to do, if you work in small circles, and remember when you're laying color down with this tip, alcohol has a tendency to spread out. So just go in, if you're doing little areas like this, just go into the middle, because that ink is going to spread out. So back to my little circles just to get him colored in. And there's really no rhyme or reason. I'm telling you that using these Stampin' Blend markers, it makes everyone look like they are a professional colorist. But believe me, I am not. I'm just going to color him in. Then I'm going to come up to his head. I'm going to only do one side of an ear. I think he has the cutest expression on his face. He is definitely a darling donkey. They really named this one right. And I have a funny feeling that this was going to be one of the more popular Sale-a-bration stamp sets, because who doesn't love a cute little critter? I don't care if it's a donkey, a pig, most anything that is as cute as this is going to be loved. Alright, I think that's, I'm going to put a little bit more around the edges. Just like that. And let's get our lids back on. And then I'm going to come in with the darker gray. And just where these lines are at, I'm going to put a little bit of dark there, a little bit there, maybe a little bit on the tail. I'm going to come up and get this his little hair that's sticking up, and maybe just a little bit on that ear. Nothing too much. And then I'm going to grab that light color again, and I'm just going to blend that out. You know what, before I blend that, let me go back into his head. I want to put up just a tiny bit of color around his face. I'll come back in with the lighter color and just blend it. That looks so cute. Now the petal pink, I'm going to come back in and just in here, I want to get his ears so it looks like it's the underside of his ears. And then we're going to do his little snout. Isn't he so cute? Alright, now I'm going to use this light black. And I'm going to use the little bullet tip, and I'm just going to go in and just hit his feet just a little bit. And then I'm going to go back with the light and just pull it together. Just like that. And then you can just fussy cut him out. He's good to go. I'm going to save that one for another card since I've already gotten one done and cut. So now what we can do is start putting this together. So this is going to go right here. And I think I want to do a little circle. Let's see if we have a circle that will fit in. That will work. Let's see if we have enough of room to put this and this, and we can do one in red. Alright, I'm going to take some scrap paper. I got an order in yesterday and I have got stamp sets everywhere where I was organizing. Okay, here's a little piece that I had used for something else. Let's see if we can get this out of here. We can. I'm just going to take, let me zoom y'all back out so you can see what I'm doing a little bit. How about right there? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut this circle out of the red. Alrighty, now we need to cut the smaller one out of a piece of scrap white. And I've got some scraps over here, so I'm going to use that and cut cut that circle out. But you know what I think I'm going to do before I cut it? I'm going to go ahead and stamp Happy Birthday on here. And the reason I want to go ahead and stamp it first is because I want to make sure I get it centered up. And I'll have a much better chance of centering it if I stamp it first. Very, very nice. Alright, so now I'm just going to put this over top of that. I think I might use a piece of one of my little flags, my little post-it flags. That helps hold it down. Let's see, I think it needs to go up just a little bit. About there. What you're looking to do is to try to get a good center on it, where it doesn't look like it's, you know, in the bottom of the die. Or the circle. Alright, I'm going to run this through really quick. And let's pull that little sticky note off of there. Those are low contact, and you have a better chance of not tearing your cardstock if you use those. Now look how cute that's going to fit right in there and right on here with our little donkey. Now I think I'm going to do this directly down to my piece. So let's use some glue, and I'm going to do the birthday wish on here first. And I'm just using some regular get y'all zoomed out just a tiny bit. So I'm going to just glue this directly down. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to put some glue on this. We're going to pop our little donkey up. But I think this needs to just go flat down to our card. Doesn't matter if this hangs over a little bit. It's all good. So now let's get some dimensionals, and we'll pop up our little donkey. Cards like this are always so much fun to make. Alright, you see what I did? I got one of these dimensionals where it didn't belong. So I was able to pull it up and reposition it. Okay. Grab my take your pick tool, and I'm going to wrangle the rest of these off of here. That middle one's already gone because I messed up and had to move that one. So alrighty, we're going to put him right there. Isn't that cute? Now this is going to get glued onto this piece. So let's go ahead and bring our liquid glue back out. And I'm being very careful to get my layers as straight as you can, because it does matter when you're putting layers, this many layers down, it's going to really matter. So, alright, the next layer that I'm going to do, I'm pulling everything back over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay these down in the little pieces that I had put on here, and I'm going to take this out. And what I want to do now is I want to just go ahead and get this put on. And like I said, it's lots of layering, but that's what makes this card so beautiful. And I don't know if y'all know this, and I'm sure that some of you that watch me on a regular basis already know this, but I love red. It is like one of my favorite colors. I love myself some red. So, I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. Just like this. The reason I'm using liquid glue is because it does give me a little bit of wiggle room when I put it down to get my layers right. Like this one I'm having a little trouble with. There we go. And if you notice, I'm using my bone folder because this is going to help me push that glue out underneath. It's going to allow me to get that kind of pushed down nice and straight and get it, make sure that it doesn't peel up. Okay, so now I'm going to do the inside layers, which are right here. And we're going to go ahead and put this on here first. Oh, I love this paper. I think it's so pretty. And now we're going to just go ahead and put this one down on there. Like I said, it's lots and lots of layering. So the same thing here, you want to put it down, making sure you're getting a nice border even all the way around. Okay, that much is done. We've got our front flap ready to go on. See, it's starting to look pretty, isn't it? Let me get up here where y'all can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that's coming together. Now, I'm not going to put this one on just yet. I'm going to hold off on that because I want to go ahead and get this one together. And for this one, I'm going to get all of my little pieces off of there. I am going to go ahead and layer this piece on here first. And remember, this is the one you've got two, and you're using that different pattern paper. And again, I can't emphasize how great of a technique this is because you can use up some of that paper that you got that you didn't use all of it. We always buy more paper than we need, or the paper packs are so generous that we have more than we need. So this is a great way to still be able to use. And I don't think I told you this, but I'm making this as a birthday card for my husband. His birthday is Friday. And yes, he was born on January the 8th. So he shares his birthday with Elvis Presley. I'm sure there's other people out there. I have another friend who celebrates her birthday on January the 8th. So it's a very popular birthday date. that one on, I'm going to go ahead and do my little bone folder technique just to make sure I got everything smoothed out. Now we're going to do this one right here. Let's go ahead and get this onto the white mat first. And this one will be the same way. Like I said, it's time consuming because it is a lot of layering. But the end product, I think, is so worth it because it's going to be a beautiful card when we get this all together. I think you're going to be really pleasantly pleased with the turnout of this. Alright, now this one is going to go down in here, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. So now we're starting to really put the card together. And you're probably thinking, well, what were we doing all that time we were gluing? We were gluing mats and more mats. Alrighty. So I am going to put this one down, and all I'm going to do is just kind of center it up in the middle of this. Just like that. I'm going to open it. I'm going to press this in as tight as I can get it. And we'll close it. We'll close that. And then before I put anything on this other piece, I want to get this one. And I think for this one, no, I'm going to use glue. But I only need to use it on this side. So let's get this right in the middle of this. I did good. I didn't have my glue hanging over. Now this card is really starting to come together because now we need to put some more images inside here. So why not do another donkey? I think what I want to do is maybe stamp one of the other ones. I really kind of like the one that looks like he's kicking up his heels, and I might put that one on the inside. And wouldn't that be cute on an oval? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp him down. Or do I want to cut an oval first? Okay, sorry I got silent on y'all, but if y'all smelled anything burning, it was me thinking. Sometimes that happens when I'm thinking. You just might smell rubber burning. Let's look at our ovals. And I've got the layering oval dies, and they come in the plain and the scalloped. And then I've got these that are the stitched. Let's see if our little guy will fit in the largest one of these. He most definitely will fit. So let's get a piece of white scrap. there's a nice little white scrap we can use. And I think what I want to do is maybe stamp him down. Sorry, I'm stamping off camera. I'll get that back up there. Maybe I need to come out just a little bit. Beautiful image. And of course we're going to need to color him as well. And I still have my Stampin' Blends out. But I'm wondering if I want to cut him first. Yeah, let's take him in and cut him. Just like that. That is so, so cute. I think I want to color him and put him down right about there. So one other thing I wanted to do, in this little stamp set, you have these little asterisks that look like he's kicking up dust. So I'm going to put those right behind his feet. And I'm going to get a smaller stamp block for this. And again, some memento. Okay, I am back. I'm sorry about that. I got distracted and forgot that my husband was going to call and started doing my video. But anyway, I am back, and what I did is while I was talking to him, I went ahead and colored my little donkey that I had stamped and cut out with this oval stitch die. And all I did was I did stamp some of the little star things that looks like he's kicking up dirt, and I put the little hee-haw over his head because I thought that was just really cute. And then putting this on the card, I wanted something that said celebrate up underneath here. So that's going to close over really good right there. But I wanted something that said celebrate. So I found this die in, which die set was that? The Hydrangea Dies. And I thought this was really, really super cute. It's stitched, but I couldn't find the word celebrate just by itself. And I did find this that said, let's celebrate you, but it won't fit on that. So what's a girl to do? Celebrate will fit. So I'm going to actually do a little surgery to my sentiment that I stamp. I went ahead and prepped my black cardstock with my little embossing buddy. This is an anti-static tool, and anytime that you're heat embossing, you definitely want to use that. I've got my Versamark ink here, so I'm going to ink this up really good, and I'm going to stamp this down. I want to stamp it right about there. I'm hoping this is going to work, y'all. If it don't, it'll be a fail, and I'll come back and regroup and try something different. So I'm going to go ahead and cover up my Versamark ink. And I brought my little coffee filter over because I like to use a coffee filter when I'm embossing. I have my Stampin' Up white embossing powder. And I am going to generously cover. Generously. Now remember, you're not wasting the powder. The only thing that is taking is what is sticking to that the Versamark ink, because it's a very sticky ink. And we got that done, and let's put the top back on this. And I think what I want to do, I'm hoping that the die is going to cut out just the Celebrate, but it's not. This isn't going to work. Okay, I might not be able to put it on here, but we're going to still try something a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and get my heat tool, and I've got it right over here where I can get to it. I'm going to silence y'all while I heat this up because it is a noisy little booger. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, I did that without, hopefully without bursting your eardrums. Oops, let's see. Come on, hang right there for Mama. Yes. Okay, what I am going to do is I am going to bring out my trimmer. I'm going to try something, and again, I do not know if this is going to work. I can hope. If it doesn't, like I said, we'll regroup and we'll try something else. But we can hope. I really want it on this little piece. So I am going to do surgery to my little word that I want so bad. So I'm going to cut that down. And then I'm going to come right here and cut. So far so good. And then I'm going to come right here and cut. I'm going to trim this just a tiny bit more because it doesn't look straight. Still needs a little bit more off. And, you know, I'll tell you all the time, don't be afraid to cut. So I knew there was a piece of paper in my track. You always want to get that paper out of your track. You'll get lint in there and all kinds of stuff, but, you know, get it out. Alright, now I'm going to put this right here. And cut. And I think I did it. That was hard. But look what I got. I now can put Celebrate on here and nobody will ever know the difference except you and me. But the recipient of my card will not know that I did this. Yes, it was a little tedious, but you know what? It worked. I'm going to use some regular glue. And I'm going to take my piece. It does have a front and a back, so you want to make sure you get the right side. That's my front. I'm going to pick this up, and I want to center it. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to set up a stamp block. Oops, it moved. And wiggle, wiggle. Okay. That's good. I'm not going to put anything on it. Maybe I will. I just want to make sure that that dries, so I'm going to leave that right there. And I'm going to stick my glue back here where it's upside down, like I normally have it. You know, I have made a mess with this card. But you know what? I'm having fun. And that's what crafting is all about. It's having fun. So, there goes my little donkey right here. And I'm going to glue this straight down. Like I said, I don't think we need any more dimension inside the card because we want it to fold and fold shut. So I'll just put this down like this. And I'm putting it up to the top just a little bit. And the reason for that is I want to save room to put this right here. Yep. So let's put glue on the back of this. And like I said, this came out of the Hydrangea Dies, and I don't, yeah, the Hydrangea Dies. I want to make sure I get that little piece back in there so I will know. Let's put that right there, just like that. Alright, and now we have the inside. And for this inside here, I have this is in the Sale-a-bration catalog, and this is called Approaching Perfection. And I thought this little sentiment right here, if things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection. I love that. I think it's kind of catty. And who doesn't love a little cattiness on their birthday card? So it's like a compliment with just a hair of an insult. My husband will probably get a kick out of that. Alright, I'm going to cut this again. This is that oval circle. And I'm just going to run this through my die machine. And there's our piece. And then we are going to stamp this. And I may cut another one to put here where I can write a sentiment. Don't you think that would be cute? I think it would. So let's get this over here where y'all can see it. And I think for this one, I'm just going to stamp this in black ink. So let's get a stamp block. I think this one will work. I'm going to get this lined up on my grid paper before I put it on my block. I like to do that. It helps me kind of keep things straight. So let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap. you know, a lot of times I've had people to ask, why does it seem like you load so much more ink on you with using the Memento? It's a different type of pad than the Stampin' Up! Inks, and it takes a little bit more effort to get your stamp inked up. And I'm going to press that down really good, and perfection. Right along with that little saying, you know, I got this little one here. What if, let's see, what if we used, I got to find out where this stamp goes. I think it's this one. Yeah, Peaceful Moments. I've got so many stamps out from different stamp sets and dies from different die sets that it's going to take me a little while to get this all put together. But I'm wondering if I have one of these ovals that are like this. That will work. And that's a scrap that I already had laying here, so then I can write something in there, you know, just something simple like, with all my love, Kathy. Just a little message saying that I took the time to make this card for my hubby. And I hope he knows how much I love him, because he is the most wonderful man ever, and I am truly blessed. Okay, so let's open this up, and this is going to go right here, just like that. And let's do some glue. We're going to refill. There we go. So I'm going to just center that right there. Press it down. And then we're going to put this one over here for me to write on. My husband is 2 years younger than me, and I saw a sentiment that said, remember, you'll always be younger than me. And he likes to tease me over the fact that, you know, I'm the old lady. We have fun with that. He knows I'm not. I'm not really an old lady. Actually, I am, but I don't feel like I am. There are days I do feel it, but most of the time I am pretty active and don't always feel my age that I am. And yeah, I'm 65. I have reached the senior citizen status, and I can't believe that I am, but I am. All right, where is that? Where is that? Ah, itty bitty birthday. At least you'll always be younger than me. Let's see. If that will fit right there and I could sign under it, that'll be perfect. Yep, we're going to do that. I probably need to clean off this. And this one goes back in here. And we got one more that goes in here. That's the one I've got out. And then I've got some more over here that I need to put up, but that's okay. Love it. Love it. You know, I find so many times women are usually married to a man that is 2 or 3 years younger than her. I don't know the dynamics behind that, but hey, whatever works for you. Well, we finished this card and it is gorgeous. I love the colors, I love the theme, and I love the layers. So what do y'all think about that? I think it's a beautiful card. I think my husband's going to love it. I know he fell in love with the little donkeys, and I am hoping that this card will make him happy. I feel like I need something right there. And you know what I'm thinking of putting there? I am thinking of putting a little red heart. So let's see if I can find a little red heart. I think that would be perfect for and I saw a little heart in one of the newer stamp sets. It might have been maybe it was a die. I can't remember, but I'm going to look for it. It was the Kangaroo. Look at all those little hearts. Wouldn't those be cute in red? I wonder if the Kangaroo Dies cut that out. That's always and forever. Where are my Kangaroo Dies? Here they are. And it does cut out the hearts. So, why don't we grab our little hearts off of here. I mean, I have pulled about every stamp set I've got to put this card together. But, you know what? I have had so much fun in making it that it's not been... I wonder if I did them in red. I really want to color them. So let me grab a white scrap. We've always got white scraps. And here's a piece. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp these in red. Yeah, let's do real red. I don't know that I even want to color them. I think they're pretty like that. I'll tell you what, we're going to cut them out and lay it on the card and see. I may not want to color those. I may want to leave them just the way they are. So let's get that little die. It's this one right here. And I got that position, so I'm going to take one of these and put over it just to hold it. I'll tell you what, my die machine has gotten a workout today. The Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You know, and I should have been using the little one to show y'all just how great that is, because a lot of these things that I've cut today could very easily be done on the mini. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, I love that. That good. I don't think they need to be colored. I think they're perfect. What do you think? I love that. We are going to put those on, but we're going to pop them up with a couple of dimensionals. And as you can see, you know, I just kind of design on the fly. Y'all know that about me, right? If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that this is the way I craft, on the fly. It is done. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the fact that everything came together. Double clean this stamp because anytime you use the darker pigmented inks, they are going to stain your stamps. See, that one's stained, but it is clean. There's no ink on it. So I am so loving this. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to work with this little kangaroo one. I got so many new products to bring to y'all and to show you. Stampin' Up just totally outdo themselves year after year after year. So, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of a company that does so much for their community. They have charity work. They also encourage us as demonstrators to be active and help out and do things that are for the greater good. So I love the company. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this card, it will definitely be for my hubby. I'm going to keep this one under wraps. But I hope that you enjoyed the process today. Let me zoom you in a little bit closer so you can see this card. It is so stinking cute. It opens and it opens and it just keeps on giving. Beautiful, beautiful card. And it's red and white and black and gray. And I love the way this little donkey turned out. He is so stinking cute. So anyway, I love you all very, very much. I want to thank you for tuning in with me once again for my video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. That will give you an option to choose how you receive your notifications. And I love you guys so much, and I so enjoy crafting with you. You can also check out everything, all the measurements and everything, and all the supplies that you would need to make this card over on my blog. So that link will be in the description box below. So all the information you need. If you need anything at all from me, my contact information will be there. Please reach out to me. Leave me a comment. I do not know that you've watched my video unless you comment. So until we craft again, please let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is so worthy. I love you all so much, and until we craft again, bye-bye.